everyone, the NBA season is still young, but there's a buzz in the air for this game of the NBA Cup. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. MP out there with Paul George, and it's Embiid in at center, locking down the middle. And for the Hawks, the small and power forwards are Reza Shea and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 down low. And it's Atlanta to start out. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be hot tonight.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Traps in the tray. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code. Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
George with the bucket.
Don't forget about PG's in-between game. It's more than just solid.
Pass to Reza Shea. Back to Young. Lets it go with a 3. The shot will not fall. Good defense by MP. To the inside, George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Young. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. Okongwu with a screen on Maxey. And Young kicks to Johnson. And the rejection by MP. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Johnson sets the screen for Daniel.
Yeah, but the defense is doing a pretty good job of contesting those long-range shots.
MP sets the screen for Edgecombe. And a wide open look for MP. Nice shot from the wing. MP's got 5. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And, Kevin, something we'd only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
The Hawks trail by 10. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate. It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Daniels. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. That one drops for him.
Well, Ricochet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Inside. And Maxey gets it to go on the assist by MP.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the paint. Here's MP. And the dunk by MP.
Oh, the defense is making it too easy for MP. When you let him get this close, he will finish it all night long.
Young with the ball. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. Ricochet wide open. No good on the triple. The 76ers leading by 9. Down low. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
Young looking it over to end the run. Johnson, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him, and coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if coach's message resonates. Kevin, back over to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Pass to Ricochet. Okongwu with a screen on George. And Okongwu slams it in.
And you can tell Ricochet has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
MP sets the screen for Maxey. Back to MP. Maxey on the wing. MP outside. Another three for Philadelphia.
And MP is in fuego right now. If I'm on his team, I'm going to keep feeding him and feeding him.
Young outside. Now Ricochet. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by MP. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Drummond's checked in.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
MP with a screen on Daniels. And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Daniels. Still scoreless. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And to put things simply, this has not been his quarter.
Edgecombe. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got assist number 5 here tonight. Young outside. Pass to Ricochet. Nailed from three-point land. Ricochet's got 5 points so far.
He's got a nose for the bucket. Ricochet ready to go once he got it.
Count the basket. And the 76ers lead by 20.
And he's off to a phenomenal start here tonight, guys.
Here's Ricochet. He's got 5 to the middle, trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
Maxey on the wing. This one for 3. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Here's Ricochet. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Off target from the baseline. The 3. They get it again. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Grovett. Now Ricochet. And here's Johnson outside. Rebound Andre Drummond.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
And Edgecombe gets it to go.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And some changes here for the 76ers. Hachimura, he's checked in for Paul George. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. Now here's McCollum. He had 15 points last outing. Atlanta again missing.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. And the dunk by MP.
You love to see it. MP staying engaged off ball.
So it's the Hawks now, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Clock at 6. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's MP, defended by Alexander Walker.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Not letting that one fly. Drumming using his height and wingspan.
Whoa! How about that slam?
Whoa! Oh, man, MP to be young again.
1:46 left to play here in the first. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Alexander Walker on target from 13 feet.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Edgecombe. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Edgecombe's got 9. 1:12 left in the first quarter. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Grovett. And stolen by MP. To the left side wing. Here's Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. Here's Krejci. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Down low, Drummond lays it up off the glass. Drummond's got his second basket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Grovett missing. Pass to McCain. MP sets the screen for McCain. MP getting it done for Philadelphia. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He's out there with McCollum. Jalen Johnson is out there with Newell. And it's Grovett in at the 4-man position. So that's the Hawks 5. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Grovett missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded by Grimes. Pass to Grovett. Fires the three. Rebound by the 76ers. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Gonna be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
Here's Alexander Walker. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
And the three ball is good. Grimes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's McCollum. Pass to Grovett from outside the arc.
MP's playing like he has something to prove. Strong defense from the youngster.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Here's McCollum. Rui Hachimura picking up that last basket. Pulls up. McCollum, no good. Philadelphia with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Outside, Maxey. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Alexander Walker on the wing. He's guarded by Grimes. Johnson against Hachimura. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And how creative Johnson can be at times. He keeps the defense guessing here in that pick and roll.
MP's shot is good.
He's been meticulous on offense, and it's paid off with a flawless shooting percentage for him so far in this game.
And here's McCollum. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And it's Grovett missing.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And that one's good. Bona.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Alexander Walker. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Pass to Newell. Lets it go from deep. The shot's good from Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got 5 points so far.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Maxey, that's a two-pointer. Again, Philadelphia.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Alexander Walker with the ball. 5 points in the game. Lobbed up there for Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
How about that athleticism from Jalen Johnson?
MP finds Maxey. The 3 ball. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Maxey's got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Grimes. Here's Grovett. MP grabs the miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Basket counts.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Now, Alexander Walker. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And it's Grovett missing.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying, and he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
MP passes to Maxey. Lots of room. He squares up and sinks it. Maxey's got 23 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Grovett. They need this. It's hauled in by the 76ers. MP's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And here's Maxey outside. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
You thought that first quarter was good? He's been even better in the second.
A 3 from McCollum, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. MP's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Grimes finds Maxey. Hachimura against Johnson. And here's MP for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia. You often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Now, MP following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And here's Maxey outside, and MP throws it down.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Johnson following the basket by MP. Here's Newell. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
MP left side. And here's Maxey outside. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Well, Maxey's offensive output can be overwhelming. He's so fast and has so many ways to attack you.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Grimes. Here's Grovett, and the rejection by MP. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Grovett, that's good.
Coaches love those hit-ahead passes, advancing the ball as quickly as possible.
MP passes to Maxey. Over McCollum, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Pass to Grovett. Alexander Walker on the wing. That 3 off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Hachimura. Screen by MP. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hachimura's got 7 now in this quarter.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. From deep. Trains the three-pointer. Johnson's got 11.
He's had a rough start to this game, and that's being nice. But he's gotten back on track here in the second.
Hachimura. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Oh, keep feeding him. This man's on fire.
Out to the right wing. Here's Grovett, and the rejection by MP. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Newell. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Johnson. Tyson Daniels checked in for Alexander Walker. And Trey Young subbed in for McCollum. And it's Grovett missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Edgecombe. He's got 9. George dishes to MP. Puts up a 3, and there's Paul George on the assist by MP. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Outside Daniels. Pass to Rizachet. Daniels sets a screen for Rizachet. Now, here's Okongwu. 11-point game his last outing. Atlanta again missing. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the three-pointer by Tyrese Maxey. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
And another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this.
36, the 76ers, 107. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Welcome, everybody. A fun-filled evening underway, and
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, they're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the...
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the 76ers.
The defense should get a top. They've been getting splashed on all game, and I'm just sitting back watching the show.
And as great as they've been, the show still has a second act. It can all change in a flash.
Can you say splash on TV?
Thanks for spending halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Okongwu's now gone 3 for 4 here from the field. So on the floor for Philadelphia. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Embiid is out there with MP. And it's George in at the 3 slot.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Young after the Sixers pick up 2. Johnson can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the phone.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Hawks are trying to involve everyone to take some of the load off Trae Young. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We've been intentional about that. Trae can't do this by himself, and he knows that. Frankly, no player can. Figuring out the ways he can be efficient has been the idea, and he's been making those plays." Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Atlanta with the ball. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Back to Young from the arc. MP grabs the miss. MP's got his 16th rebound on the night. Maxey finds MP. Back to Maxey. 2 points. That one goes. Maxey's got 36.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Okongwu. Now, here is Young. No good from outside.
got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
Floats it up for MP. That one doesn't drop.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Now, here's MP. Outside, George. 20 feet out. The rebound by Johnson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist by Johnson. Okongwu's now got 8 points. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Maxey. Good on the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now, here is Young. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
He hit 1 3 in the first half, but he hasn't had anything since.
Maxey into the lane. That one good for 2. Maxey's got 41.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Rizachet. He has 5. Back to Daniels. Here's the 3. MP grabs the miss. MP's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Embiid kicks to MP. Back to Embiid. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Jared McCain comes in for Maxey. Here's MP. He has 38 in the game. And the dunk by MP.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Outside Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. And it's Rizachet missing. The 76ers have gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And we've been watching Jalen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
Here's Edgecombe. He's got 11.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Rizachet. He's got 5. Young with no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
After sinking 1 triple in the first quarter, he nails another one in the second quarter. He's got it going on.
And the dunk by MP.
The young buck, MP, taking off there.
MP. Assist from McCain.
The Hawks shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Johnson in the corner. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Johnson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Atlanta. Philadelphia's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And here's MP for 3. The 76ers another 3.
A taste of how competitive MP can be. He wanted to go right back at him.
And here's Young from the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
McCain, the 76ers another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Kicks it out to Johnson. He blocks it again. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
And the 76ers with some changes. Hachimura comes in for George. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. Johnson up top, covered by MP. Pocket 2. And the rejection by MP. Pass to Hachimura. To the paint. Kicks it out to MP. Unbelievable performance. He's got a quadruple double. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the 76ers?
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
The Hawks again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Hachimura. On the wing, MP. And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And here's Young. 6 points for him. Trying to get something going. MP grabs the miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
A nice shot by Young.
This is his second three this half. He's getting even more bold at that arc.
Hachimura finds MP. On the wing, MP. Another bucket. Wow! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Daniels with it. Nothing on the board. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
It's Grimes on the wing. Pass to McCain. Back to MP. MP with a screen on Young. Another possession, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Johnson outside. The three-pointer no good. And it's the 76ers with the ball. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. We're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Here's Grimes. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Grimes has got 6.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And here's MP for 3. The 76ers another 3.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside Daniels. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Rizichet. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That is his first foul of the game. Landry Shamit's checked in for the 76ers. MP sets the screen for Hachimura. Buries the long-range jumper. 15 points in the game.
There are so many ways Hachimura gets the job done.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Alexander Walker. It's stolen by Hachimura. Inside. McCollum against McCain. And here's MP for 3. Buries it from three-point range. MP's got 59 points.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And here's McCollum for 3. High arcing shot and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The 76ers shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And McCain drops them both. 8 seconds left here in the third quarter. That's tipped. Here's MP with plenty of space. And so it's MP making things happen for the 76ers. How about this? He scored 30 points from beyond the arc so far. His long-range game is on today. Back to the action in just a minute. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
He's checked in for Edwards. .151 left in the fourth quarter. Shamet kicks to MP. Well, we all love teams going all in to win. But, Richard, some teams run that risk, and another one falls. Amazing.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right. 3 times. He's now tied for the third most 60-point games in a single campaign. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the Hawks 5. And good, he hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
And he was doing everything out there on the floor tonight. Triple-double on the stat sheet, and that doesn't even tell the whole story.
Edwards, he's checked in for the 76ers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them. They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
McCain finds MP. Now Edwards. Back to MP. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And they're off to a great start in the NBA Cup, a 2-0 record in the group stage.
And in this format.
What did you eat for breakfast this morning, MP? Double-digit steals? Absolutely amazing.
Oh, Jennifer, it was a big bowl of amaranth, some blueberries, and a banana. You know, every day, gotta start the day right and fuel up.
Healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, seriously, tonight was all about our defense and being locked in as a unit. All 5 guys I'm talking about. When you know what everyone around you is going to do next, you have the freedom to take the kind of risk other teams just can't. That was us tonight.
Well done, MP. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific job, Jennifer. Thank you.